Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account, and if some of you players got burned with the Treasure Scramble, guys, you're not the only one. So within the arena, Treasure Scramble is up again, which means you have to set your teams. Now, a couple of things that we're going to go through in here. Treasure Scramble is kind of unique when it comes to the PvP aspect because you get this buff. So the Treasure Scramble, depending which one is up, you actually do get a different buff. Now, the loot you get in here is absolutely amazing, but you want to push this as far and as fast as you can because it is over pretty quick. You can see, guys, calculating in 6 days, essentially, for the rewards you're going to get out of here. You, again, want to try to push as far as you can. For me, trying to get these beasts, but ultimately trying to get these cores. This is the ultimate goal, guys. Anytime that you can get some of these elemental cores out of here, absolutely, you get some shards, you get some poke coins, but you do get some cores as well as some baits when you're building out your beasts. Now, one thing to remember, and again, this is where a lot of players got burned. Come in here, adjust your formations. I'm going to show you the formations that I'm using. Even if you're like, all right, looks good, my formation is set based on the heroes that I have, click modify, because most players do not put the pets in here or the beasts in here. Most of them have been completely empty. This is where, again, a lot of players have got burned, or they have gotten to that very last formation and they were missing all of their pets in the final formation. So again, they kind of got burned within that as well, which sucks because if you push all the way to the very last phase of the Treasure Scramble just to get knocked down a couple tiers because you didn't address your formation or you didn't put pets within the formation, they're having that much of an effect in here. Make sure you're putting in your pets. So looking here, guys, first one, we have Sonya and Orthos. We have Halos in top, Awakened version of Thane, and then we have Hendrik. Now, I know a lot of players are going to say, give me some comps that I can use. Give me a couple PvP comps that we can use. Ultimately, with this being a different game mode, there are so many variations. It's absolutely incredible, guys. You can hop over in Discord. We can work out some of your PvP or Treasure Scramble formations once you start getting into multiple teams, depending on who you have built. Even in here, guys, this is not really the primary build for the simple fact that I don't have Sonya built out high enough. I don't have Hendrik built out high enough. But this has been my top most effective team because of the Awakened version of Thane, guys. He absolutely dominates. Also remember with the engraving aspect, guys, if you have them at the 80 engraving, they are getting the bonus within the Treasure Scramble. When you get to the engraving, this last little piece right here at 80 includes the Treasure Scramble, so giving them extra dodge, extra attack. If you have any of these heroes built out or engraved to that 80 level or level 80 engraving, guys, you're going to get a really big bonus in here. Second team I'm running in here is a expensive team, guys. So Ulna with Lucretia works incredibly well, and they are actually two heroes that are used within a majority of AFK Arena. Campaign progression, Lucretia and Ulna are in a lot of the campaign stages. Brampton, a hero that not many players build. Silas, you should have. Athalia possibly building out. But ultimately, guys, this is a pretty decent team, again, when it comes to the PvP aspect. Lucretia, pretty tough to kill. And we get some solid bonuses in here, of course, because of the combination of having three of the same heroes, as well as the two hypo heroes right there on the bottom. Looking at the second layer, guys, and again, making sure your pets are in here. This team is super strong. Actually runs Albedo with Merlin, and then we have Joan in here. So we have a lot of support heroes. We do have the Ranger aspect, of course. He is the finishing one. Awaken Brutus, again, PvP is super expensive, guys. We know that. The Awakened version, I know I don't have him built out to Ascended, the engraving, all of that, but still does work incredibly well, still doing pretty well in here. And again, make sure that you put your pets in here. Last formation that we're looking at is, again, expensive, guys. So looking at this formation, most of you will have Mishka built, most of you will have Zorath built. He is actually the priority out of the Challenger store. Leica, even if she's not built this high, I do have her actually at 309. Not really a big miss there, but you can see, guys, we have Zap in here, and I do have Audrey. Both of them need to be built out very high. Audrey is really the big damage dealer in this one. Zephyriel, of course, the crowd control aspect. We also do have Mishka within this formation. Really big crowd control aspect. Now, one of the heroes that do not seem to work very effectively within this formation at all is Ainz. So a lot of players that run Ainz, and they have found that the comps around Ainz are actually very, very low. I know, again, limited to the heroes that you do have available. Ainz might be the one that you're going with, but the Ainz comps, even running with Arthur, even running with Albedo, a lot of different formations have been very, very difficult. Ainz dies out pretty quick because a lot of the heroes have burst damage. If they're running Athalia, if they're running Treznar, if you're running a bunch of different heroes now, Ainz will actually die out pretty quick, which is unfortunate to see. Now, one thing that I did want to test, guys, that I know a lot of players might not have, but we don't know where Geralt or Yennefer are going to come in within these formations. They are relatively too new, and a majority of players do not have them, which means we could have a slight advantage if you did pick them up, just because if they are broken within that Treasure Scramble aspect, we will have to equip them. Same with Yennefer. If we can actually get her built up a little bit further, you know, get some engraving behind her, also building her out for the Treasure Scramble might make a very big difference when it comes to formations. I'm going to go through this once we get to a certain rank, once we push through the Treasure Scramble. Once we get to a certain rank, when I start adding in the rest of my teams, guys. So we actually have 3 more ranks within here. These teams will still stay the same. So the initial 4 teams I have in here will stay the same. As I add in 5, 6, and 7, again, it gets to a point of kind of having some of the hodgepodge PvP formations, just because you start running out of heroes and you start running out of formations. But again, guys, this first one with Sonya, I need to build up Sonya a lot more, but this is probably one of the strongest PvP formations. And even within this game mode, guys, it has been the formation that has given me the best results that I've ever had. It has been the highest percentage ranking team that I've built in here, and it is because of the brokenness of the Awakened version of Thane. Cannot wait to see where the leaderboards are in here, guys. Looking at different regions, different divisions, I have been doing pretty good. I've been staying right under the top 100, which again gives me a considerable amount of loot. So when you get in here to the rewards, and we've been staying under the top 100 is roughly where I ended most seasons. So even getting down here, guys, we've been doing this top 100. Stargazer cards are coming out of here. We have bait that is coming out of here. Also a lot of our engraving mats in there. We have red chests. This is the goal, 3,000 diamonds. Last time I think I landed right here in the top 2%, but the 100 or less is going to be the focus for this time. And similar to a lot of you, I got burned on the very last day. I realized that in that final formation, which you have to put the pets in every single formation that you're building out, but that final formation, I didn't have any pets in there, and I dropped to that 2% mark. So, all right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.